Okay, those of you who love taxes, raise your hands. Wait, no hands? What a shock. But joking aside, because we really don't think there's anyone among us who actually love taxes, today's top 10 is about the top 10 states who are the most tax-friendly. With millions of Americans moving from state to state each year, we thought we could give you an idea where you can go if you want to save quite a lot of money, because the difference between living in a high tax or low tax state can actually be thousands of dollars a year. Are you ready to see which state could be your next home? Some of them will surprise you, and please note that because we want to give you a real insight on what's going on with each state we mention, this top 10 is actually coming at you in two parts, and you're currently watching part 1. Number 1, California. Sorry, come again? What do you mean California? As in California where Hollywood is? Why, yes, my friends, it turns out if you're not a millionaire, California might just be the state for you. Take a look at these numbers. State income tax range, 1% on taxable income up to $8,932 for single filers, up to $17,864 for joint filers, to 13.3% on taxable income over $1 million for a single filer and over $1.198024 for a joint filer. Average combined state and local taxes tax rate, 8.68%. Median property tax rate, $729 per $100,000 of assessed home value. The income tax bill can be the third lowest among states that impose an income tax. And while everybody is screaming about the 13.3 income tax rate, the percentage of California's population that actually pay that rate is super small. And it's probably not going to be you unless you got a ton of money, in which case, can we borrow some? Number 2 is Alaska. What's better than lower income tax? None. That's what. Where can you find this magical place? It's Alaska. If you think you can handle the temperatures that go from 20 to minus 10 Fahrenheit in the winter, then look no further. Want to hear those magic stats? State income tax range, none. Average combined state and local sales tax rate, 1.76%. And the median property tax rate is $1,182 per $100,000 of assessed home value. Now, suddenly cold winters aren't that big a deal, right? Alaska is the first state that doesn't impose an income tax, but not the last. So if cold really is a problem for you, we'll keep watching because we'll have more states that don't have an income tax. Oh, and by the way, property taxes in Alaska are not that great, although not terrible. On the other hand, if you live in the state for more than a year, you get a little gift called a permanent fund dividend, which is more or less about $1,000. Last frontier, here we come. Number 3 is Delaware, and we're going to be honest. Income taxes in Delaware are not great, but why'd they make the list then? Well, it's not as bad as other states. Let's have a look. The state income tax range, 2.2% on taxable income from $2,001 to $5,000, and 6.6% on taxable income above $60,000. Average combined state and local sales tax rate? There's no state or local sales tax. Median property tax rate, $562 per $100,000 of assessed home value. The state's top income tax rate of 6.6% hits anyone with more than $60,000 of taxable income, which is not that hard to find and can hit many households, even middle-class ones. But on the other hand, look at that low sales and property tax, which make up for the high income tax. And when we say low, we mean literally none. There is no sales tax in Delaware, while the property tax is the 7th lowest median property tax in the nation. Not perfect, but still pretty good, don't you think? Number 4 is Arizona. Oh, the beloved Grand Canyon state. Another one that's not perfect in regard to taxes, but again, not bad either. We're going to let the numbers show you what we're talking about. State income tax range, 2.59%. That's on taxable income up to $27,272 for single filers or $54,544 for joint filers, to 4.5% on taxable income over $163,632 for single filers and $327,263 for joint filers. The average combined state and local sales tax rate, 8.4%, but the median property tax rate is at $617 per $100,000 of assessed home value. Now keep in mind those property taxes are pretty good and they're well below the U.S. average property tax. That means if your house is in the $300,000 price tag, you're going to pay under $2,000 in taxes a year. The actual ouch part, though, is the sales tax. It's a whopping 5.6%, which is higher than the average, and then you mix in everything else. But you can't have it all. After all, you do have the Grand Canyon. Hey, number 5 is Florida. The Sunshine State has a lot to offer, and one thing we really like is it offers no income tax. It's one of those magical states we talked about earlier. See for yourself in the stats. The state income tax range, 0. The average combined state and local sales tax rate, 7.08%. The median property tax rate, $830 per $100,000 of assessed home value. And you're wondering, what's the catch? So we'll let you know straight away. The fact they don't have an income tax doesn't mean you don't pay taxes, full stop. The other taxes, more or less normal, but thankfully not high. And remember, that $300,000 house you were going to buy in Arizona and pay $2,000, well, here in Florida, you'll pay about $2,500. Not terrible, but not perfect either. Well, there you have it today. That's part 1 of our 2-part series about the top 10 best states for taxes. Hey, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know as soon as we upload part 2. And now it's time to hear from you. Which state in the first 5 made your heart sing? Where are you thinking about moving and why? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you again very, very soon.